And by the way, if you are watching on YouTube, um, and you like this, well, then click like on the video and then make sure you click subscribe to our channel because there's a lot of stuff that lives there. And also, that'll let you know when something's going up live or a new show has been posted or whatever. And click that little bell icon on there, as well as please, we're trying to build our tribe here. And I love the community that we have over the years. And now that we're doing this, we want to build that even further. So if you find this helpful, then share it with all your buddies. Okay. So here is a write-in question. I've dealt with a lot of anxiety in the past, both social anxiety and general panicky feelings, crippling self-doubt. It's awful. This has gone on forever. But lately, my friends have been saying they think I have ADHD. They've been sending me memes about ADHD and say, this is so you. And I have to admit, it is. A friend said that there is a connection between ADHD and anxiety. Well, for a moment, let's set the diagnostic labels down for a moment. Um, and let's look at the kind of what we're really talking about that when they look at you. So what they're seeing, if they're saying you have ADHD, may be some stuff that has to do with your ability to regulate and sit still and have self-control, not pay attention to stuff, lose focus on details or tasks or activities, get distracted, sometimes doesn't listen when people are speaking to you, or sometimes follow through on instructions and organizing tasks and stuff and all that kind of stuff. Um, well, that's a lot of symptoms of ADHD. But when you look at some of the symptoms of anxiety and depression, one of the things that really, really does is, for example, one of the big symptoms of depression is inability to concentrate. People can't focus on something. That can be ADHD as well. Sometimes in an agitated depression or anxiety states, anxiety, what's a normal thing that people do when they're anxious? You see them start, twitching or, rubbing their hands or whatever. The anxiety is creating motor activity because the system inside is getting, I got to do something. I can't just sit here. I got to do something. Well, that could be ADHD, could be somebody's really anxious and they get moving. And if you're also anxious, you can't focus because it's interrupting with the, um, the linear kind of organizing functions of the brain. So, yeah, there can be a lot of things that look alike. Well, if you know that you have social anxiety, though, and generalized anxiety, and you know that, then I would, first of all, I don't want you suffering that. You said this has been going on for a long time. That's very, very treatable, both of those. Sometimes it takes a while. There's a lot of other things that can go into it. But my perspective on that would be that you go to somebody who is very, very experienced with treating social anxiety and generalized anxiety. And while you're there, say, my friends have told me they think I have ADHD. And that's what a good diagnostician can do. I think that certainly ADD, ADHD, um, certainly that's a real thing. I think a lot of times, though, it is, let's call it overdiagnosed because it can look like a lot of other things. And sometimes I think it's underdiagnosed. There are real neurological issues when you got the real thing that, come into effect. There's a lot of brain functioning that interacts with this. So, um, yes, it can look alike, but you got to get into the details. And there's all sorts of complicated diagnostic criteria that people look at.